The elevator doors opened to a cold, empty office floor. Papers were scattered across the carpet, the city lights glimmered through tall glass windows, and in the middle of it all, a woman sat in a wheelchair, trembling, her voice cracked as she whispered, "Please, don't hurt me. I can't walk." The man standing before her froze, his eyes soft, his hands trembling slightly. He wasn't there to hurt her. He was there to fix the very thing that had broken her heart months ago. But she didn't know that yet. Before we dive into this emotional story of kindness and forgiveness, please take a second to subscribe to Kindness Lights, where we share real and powerful stories that remind us that the world can still be good. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, and share it with someone who needs a little light today. Rebecca Langford had everything most people dream of: a corner office, a luxury car, and the title of CEO on her nameplate. But 3 months ago, her life turned upside down when a car accident left her unable to walk. The doctors said her recovery could take years, or maybe never happen at all. Since then, her world had shrunk to that wheelchair, that office, and the heavy silence of loneliness. People at work treated her differently, some with pity, others with discomfort. Rebecca had gone from being the confident leader everyone admired to a fragile woman they avoided making eye contact with. That day, she stayed late in the office, reviewing a stack of documents. It was nearly sunset when she heard a faint sound, the squeak of the cleaning cart wheels. She sighed with relief. Finally, the janitor's here. I can ask him to help with the trash bins, she thought, but as she looked up, she saw someone she didn't recognize. A tall man, in his mid-30s, with tired eyes and a uniform that looked a little too big on him. He paused when their eyes met, clearly startled to see anyone still working. "Sorry, ma'am," he said softly. "Didn't know anyone was still here." Rebecca nodded and smiled politely. "It's okay. Just finishing up." He began cleaning quietly, but Rebecca couldn't help noticing the way he handled everything with such care, placing files back neatly, dusting the windowsill as if he respected every inch of that space. Most cleaners rushed through, but not him. After a few minutes, Rebecca tried to move her wheelchair closer to her desk, but the front wheel caught on the edge of a rug. She struggled, her hands slipping, frustration boiling inside her. "Ugh, not again," she muttered. The man immediately dropped his mop and rushed over. "Hey, let me help," he said, but as he reached out, Rebecca's body tensed up. Her heart raced. She raised her hands protectively. "Please, don't hurt me," she cried out. "I can't walk." The man froze, his face filled with shock and pain. He stepped back slowly, holding up his hands. I'm not here to hurt you, ma'am. I swear." His voice cracked a little. "I just wanted to help." For a long moment, the only sound was the hum of the city outside. Rebecca realized how afraid she'd become, afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of being pitied, afraid of being touched. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I didn't mean to, I just get scared sometimes." "It's okay," he said softly, kneeling down beside her. "You don't have to apologize." He gently fixed the rug, repositioned her wheelchair, and smiled. "There. Safe again." Rebecca looked at him closely. There was something about his kindness that felt genuine, not forced, not for show. "What's your name?" she asked. "Tom," he said. "Tom Hayes." She nodded. "Thank you, Tom." He smiled faintly, but Rebecca noticed the tiredness in his eyes. "You look like you've had a long day," she said. He chuckled. "Every day's a long day when you're a single dad." Her expression softened. "Single dad?" "Yeah," he said, leaning against the wall. "My little girl, Emma, she's 6. Smartest kid I know. But her mom left a few years ago. Been doing my best since." Something inside Rebecca shifted. For the first time in months, she wasn't thinking about her own pain. "She's lucky to have a dad like you," she said quietly. Tom smiled. "I don't know about that. I mess up plenty. But I keep trying." Rebecca felt tears welling up again, but this time they weren't from fear. "That's what matters," she said. They talked for a while, about his daughter, about how expensive life had gotten, about how he was working 2 jobs just to keep up with rent and school supplies. He never complained, though. Every word he spoke carried warmth and quiet strength. When he got up to leave, Rebecca said, "Tom, wait." She reached into her bag and pulled out an envelope. There's a scholarship fund my company started for employees' children. I'd like to include your daughter, Emma. Tom's eyes widened. What? No, ma'am, I can't. You can, she interrupted. And you will. She deserves it. Tears filled his eyes. He tried to speak, but words failed him. Finally, he said, "You don't know what this means to us." Rebecca smiled. "I think I do." He hesitated, then looked down at her wheelchair. "You know, my mom was in a wheelchair before she passed. She used to say something that stuck with me. People see your chair before they see your heart. But the ones who really care, they look past it." Rebecca's throat tightened. "Your mom was wise." "She was," Tom said softly. "She taught me that kindness doesn't cost a thing, but it can change everything." They stood there for a moment, two broken souls, quietly healing each other through words and empathy. As Tom left that night, the office felt different. It wasn't cold anymore. The city lights seemed warmer, softer. Rebecca looked down at her legs, then at her reflection in the glass. For the first time, she didn't see a woman trapped in a wheelchair, she saw someone still capable of making a difference. Weeks later, Tom's daughter sent her a handwritten card. The crayon drawing showed a little girl holding her dad's hand beside a smiling woman in a wheelchair. The words underneath read, "Thank you for helping my daddy be happy again." Rebecca cried for a long time that night. Not from sadness, but from something beautiful. Hope. Sometimes, kindness comes from the places we least expect. A janitor and a CEO, two strangers from different worlds, reminding each other that compassion is what truly makes us human. It doesn't take wealth or status to change someone's life. Sometimes, it just takes one gentle act, one moment of understanding, one heart that refuses to turn cold. So if you ever get the chance to be kind, take it. Because you never know whose world you might brighten, or how much healing you might bring. Thank you for watching Kindness Lights, where every story reminds us that goodness still exists. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this story to keep the light of kindness spreading across the world.